With the NFL Combine in the rear view, it's time to take a look ahead towards the draft. Well, free agency first, but the draft is nearing it and it is getting really close. And the Vikings, you can never have enough dudes who get the quarterback, even though the Vikings, even without Daniil and Everson for parts of last season, were second in the league in sacks. There's a lot of talent up there, and I believe in some of the young depth, but why not? Why not just add more dudes, especially with elite talent that can get the quarterback? Enter one Jermaine Johnson II, the pride of Eden Prairie. Should the Vikings bring JJ2 back home? Ooh, JJ offense, JJ defense. Let's go, man. Let's talk about him today. Background, Jermaine Johnson, 23 years young, 6'5", 254 pounds, a redshirt senior out of Florida State University. Born and raised in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Ooh, graphic. Nailed it. Ooh. That's right, man. I grew up a Vikings fan, which is always a plus. Had to go to the junior college route because he didn't have the grades. But I blame that more on the West Metro school district system. And played 2 years at Independence Community College in Kansas. Was at Last Chance U, which is kind of fun when they move that thing around. Was number one JUCO recruit in the country. Signed on with Georgia 2019. He wasn't a full-time starter, but he got in the rotation for 2 years before transferring to Tallahassee in 2021, and that's where he blew up and did the damn thing. 70 tackles, 17 and a half tackles for loss, 11 and a half sacks, 46 pressures, 81.1 PFF grade, named first-team All-ACC, as well as ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Also tore it up at the Senior Bowl like a Kleenex at a snot party, plus ran a 4.58 at the Combine and was impressive in drills. His pro day won't be in a couple weeks, so I'm sure they'll just add and pad the resume. And for me, heading into the offseason, where you had after his very impressive season before the Senior Bowl, before the Combine, I probably put him back end of the first round, maybe edge 4 or 5, but maybe his very impressive showing at the Senior Bowl and the Combine, could vault him into edge 3 territory, like Hutchinson, Thibodeau. Then are we getting to Jermaine amongst the Walkers and the Greek Freaks, as well as the Ojabos, etc.? I mean, it's possible. He's got great length. He's got great hands, got great heart and hustle, just a relentless motor. Can play an odd front as a linebacker, can play an even front as a defensive end, so you love the versatility there. And it wouldn't shock me at all if he's worked his way into the top half of the first round. And the Vikings at 12, if they just stick and pick, and the answer is Jermaine Johnson II, I ain't mad at that. I'm mad at that at all. Now, yes, you could say if one of the top tier cornerbacks are there, that would make some sense. But if everything is equal, and if Jermaine Johnson is at the top of your best player available, I mean, I'm not mad at that at all. And if you look at the current Vikings linebacker / edge group, I mean, Daniil Hunter could be a great stand-up outside linebacker, did a little bit at LSU, and Donatel and Kevin O'Connell have talked about how they're going to use him as stand-up, use him as a 5-tech, hand in the dirt, etc. I think DJ Wanham could morph really well into that role. He played a lot of that at South Carolina. Kenny Willekes, potentially, maybe see him more as a 5-tech. Janaris Robinson, who ironically wore number 11 at Florida State as well, him coming off of being on the IR his rookie season, I think that he does have a lot of physical tools, a lot of physical gifts that could get him into the rotation as well. Maybe they bring back Anthony Barr, offset some of that dead money. I don't know. But, I mean, Jermaine Johnson is just a stud, man. Absolute stud. Now, the whole hometown kid angle, I think that's just a great addition onto the story. Bottom line, he's a great player first. And then, hashtag one of us. I mean, that just adds a little something. It's like how Adam Thielen would be a great receiver if his last name was Barkowski and from Paducah, Kentucky, or something like that. Same thing with Jermaine Johnson. He could be from Vermont, and he would still be phenomenal. But the fact that he's a Metro kid, I mean, maybe could have gone to the Gophers. I don't know. Maybe coulda, woulda, shoulda, whatever. I think that he's just a fantastic player. And like I said, if he's there at 12, you got to give cause for pause. You do have to consider it. But maybe he won't even be on the board at that point. Ooh, especially if he is edge 3 in this class. But your thoughts are thoughts. Jermaine Johnson II, the Vikings need to draft him. Maybe. Question mark. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.